Okay, today's relationship advice is to a 24-year-old married woman. She's married to a 30-year-old male. She says he hit her during an argument while she was holding their 4-month-old baby. Here we go. That right there. And you ain't got to explain shit else. He hit you, especially while he hit you while you was holding the baby. Leave. Case closed. We ain't even got to read no more of this story. But anyway, it says before bed at 4 a.m., our baby woke unexpectedly. I took over feeding as we bottle feed her. Just before I proceeded to feed her, my husband jokingly said that I would be the one handling the next feeding in the morning. Neither of us enjoy early morning feedings due to the limited sleep we get, and falling back to sleep can be difficult. I value time with our baby, but frequent interruptions drain me. As a light sleeper, falling asleep takes time. Our baby feeding routine lasts 40 minutes to an hour and a half. Late bedtime results from our work. When my husband suggested I handle the morning feeding, I felt disappointed but didn't vocalize it. Later, I that a bitch. I carefully asked if he could handle the next feeding instead. Emphasizing my need for uninterrupted sleep, his response was nonchalant, stating I could decide. Sensing his reluctance, I insisted that I truly needed uninterrupted sleep and requested that he take care of the morning feeding. He responded with questioning my desire for 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Feeling offended, I explained I hadn't had a full 7 hours of sleep in quite some time, unlike him, who has been getting 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep almost this entire week. My comment upset him. He argued that my pumping routine would disrupt any hope for uninterrupted sleep. He said that I am doing this again, comparing efforts unfairly, and revisited past arguments where I had expressed feeling overwhelmed and unfairly burdened. Despite acknowledging his contributions and agreeing to work on my perspective, I felt misunderstood this time. My intention wasn't to belittle his efforts, but to advocate for my need for rest. Juggling childcare responsibilities, household chores, and resuming work just a week after giving birth. Girl, I know you lying. Realized my exhaustion clouded my judgment, leading to the argument. While I primarily handled feeding the baby and the household tasks, my husband was equally dedicated to child care and managing our responsibilities. Recognizing my oversight, I committed to a more balanced perspective moving forward from the past argument. As our argument heated up, my husband's temper flared, something he's aware of. He felt I unfairly comparing our efforts and overlooking his contributions. He said, "You got what you want. You would take care of all of the feedings, walking the dog, and cleaning the cat litter by yourself moving forward." And I would have told her, "Sure will, because you won't be the fuck here. You will be gone." Oh my goodness. Trying to calm him down, I approached him while changing our baby diapers and held his hand, raising him to talk it out calmly. However, he forcefully pushed me onto the bed. I retreated to the changing table to bring our baby back to the bassinet, giving up on calming him down. In the subsequent moment of shock, he slapped my arm hard, the arm I was using to hold our baby. The physical aggression stunned me as he had never hurt me physically before. Instinctively, I knew I needed to protect myself and our baby, so I immediately told him that we are sleeping in separate rooms and taking on all child care responsibilities myself. He apologized via text the following day, acknowledging his actions and promising it wouldn't happen again. While I appreciate the apology, I struggle to accept it, especially in the text manner, considering the gravity of the event. I communicated my need for time and space to process the situation despite still loving him and not wanting to disrupt our family dynamic. I found it challenging to resume our relationship as if nothing had happened. A part of me tried to rationalize the incident, convincing myself that it was just a slap on the arm and not truly violent. I also somewhat started it. However, another part of me recognized the severity of the situation and need for serious consideration moving forward. By the way, our past arguments are always like this format. I said something stupid that offended him. He got pissed and escalated and said words that belittled me. And okay. We ain't got to read the rest of this shit. There's only another paragraph, half paragraph. Oh my God. Just leave. That's all. Just leave. Ain't no sister trying to break this down to a science, trying to, become a psychologist or take no courses and figure it out. And it's all clear, cut, dry. He's abusive and he's going to get out of control, and it's not worth the risk of him possibly not ever hitting you again. Because even if he don't hit you physically, he's abusive emotionally and mentally. Leave his ass, girl.